Good morning, good morning, good morning. My name is Sean Dex. I'm back to you yet again with another Bitcoin USD analysis video. It's a Friday, it's almost a weekend, so let's go ahead and keep this one short and sweet. We'll be talking about Bitcoin, we'll be talking about Ethereum, and we'll also be talking about Matic because we got a request from Todd from the YouTube comments down below. And hey guys, if you have any requests too, don't be shy. Go ahead, leave a comment down below and I'll try and get to it in the next video. That being said, let's get on over to our Bitcoin USD here. We have Bitcoin on the daily, and if you guys remember from yesterday's video, currently Bitcoin is in a no trade zone for us. What were we looking for? We were looking for Bitcoin to either close a 2-day above the 8,170-ish level, right? Let's go ahead and mark that out for ourselves. That's close enough. 8,188. If we close a 2-day above that, and if you guys want to know why, go ahead and watch the previous video. I don't want to go over it all again because I want to keep this short and sweet. And what was the lower range that we're looking for? 7,200-ish, right? Let's go ahead and mark that out too. 7,200-ish. There we go. Close enough. Okay, so we'll go ahead and turn this into red. Or we'll keep it green and we'll turn this one into red actually. Cause if Bitcoin breaks over this, that's when I'm going to start getting interested in a trade. Again, I'm looking for Bitcoin to close over this on a 2-day time frame. Okay, for now, things may change as price action unfolds, but for now, I'm not interested. This range right here is a no trade zone for me. You guys could find trades here for sure. You guys could find range trades. There are trades to be had, and we'll talk about that too. But for me, as a trend trader, I'm not interested here. There are better trades to be had. Okay, so that's Bitcoin here on, we can go ahead and look at the 2-day, right? As you can see, we're printing another indecision-ish kind of doji candle here that isn't inspiring too much confidence. But hey, we still have another day before this 2-day can close, right? When are we closing? We're closing on the 8th. Today is the 7th. Let's see how this unfolds. Bitcoin could rally up easily and close over 8,200. Is it really impossible? No, because think about it. Yesterday, in like a couple of hours, we rallied from around 7,400. I wouldn't call it a rally, but we went from 7,450 all the way back and closed at 7,800. That's a good $450 move, right? What if we do another $450 move? Bam, over 8,200 again. So don't discount Bitcoin too quickly just yet, right? Anything can happen. This is crypto. That being said, all the action has been happening on the lower time frame. So let's go ahead and look at a 4-hour. Do you guys remember what we talked about in yesterday's video? How did I get out of my trade? When I was looking at my exit to get out without having to panic, we were looking at this Ichimoku right here, right? We looked at the edge-to-edge trade that panned out, and we are looking for a bounce on this 200 MA as well as the 200 EMA. Let's go ahead and change our 21 EMA here to our 200 EMA, right? And turn that to purple, and you'll see that we actually had a lot of support down here. We had the cloud support, and we had the 200 EMA support and the 200 MA support, and that's been holding off Bitcoin for a while now on this 4-hour time frame. And that's when we got out, right? We looked for this bounce over here. We marked a horizontal on this 4-hour, these 4-hour candles here. We marked a horizontal. We got the test perfectly, got the retest of that horizontal, and then got sold into slightly, and we've been ranging ever since. This is where we got out. And what do you know? We've been ranging on this 200 EMA, 200 MA, and the top of this 4-hour range ever since. Now, it looks like we're doing something really interesting on the 4-hour time frame. Let's go ahead and clear out all our indicators here to make things a little bit easier to look at. And if you guys notice what we are doing here, we might be putting in a descending triangle, right? Over here. Now this is interesting because this is typically a bearish formation, right? It's bearish, and it's likely to break to the downside, especially when we had a move like this. You have your pole here, and you have your, this could be looked at as a bear flag, descending triangle, whatever you want. It has a higher probability of breaking to the downside, and if you do the measure move for this, you'll notice that it lines up perfectly with our buy zone over here on this green line here, 7,236-ish, right? It's like perfect. But like we know, like we discuss always at Mango, these are just a probability trade. It could either break to the downside or the upside, right? It just has a high chance of it breaking to the downside, but it could break to the upside. If it breaks to the upside, let's see, what do we get? Lines up perfectly with our red line over here. In fact, if it breaks up right now though, if it breaks up from this zone, it meets this line perfectly. So it depends when and how we break, right? With volume, blah blah blah. But these things are all pointing towards us basically having to just sit, wait and watch what Bitcoin does. There's so much indecision right now. You could play the range on the breakouts if you want to, but what I'm looking for is either a break to the downside of the 7,200 to get interested in a short. Maybe. Again, we're still in an uptrend on the higher time frames. Let's not forget the monthly and the weekly, blah, blah, blah. But if we break past this red zone to the upside, that's when I'll definitely be getting interested in the long to the upside, right? Until then, this again points to us ranging regardless of what break we get, because again, there's resistance here. Look at this M-like formation, guys, right? We broke this M formation, which is a bearish pattern, to the downside as well. We're going to face resistance here too, just based on the 4-hour chart. We're seeing resistance here, which funnily enough lines up with what we were looking for on our 2-day chart, right? We want our 2-day to break over 8,170-ish, and we have resistance on the 4-hour 8,200. So let's just wait and watch what Bitcoin does. Until then, Bitcoin is in a no trade zone for us. Okay, now that's Bitcoin for us. A quick recap: we're waiting for Bitcoin to break 8,200-ish to the upside, or 7,200 would be a buy zone for many people on the 2-day, as well as the 3-day, as well as the weekly. A lot of confluence over there. Go ahead and watch our previous videos that we discussed, especially yesterday's video where we went through all of this. Go ahead and watch those to see how and why I came up with those levels. Until then, no trade zone for us. We'll be interested in Bitcoin sooner than we think, I'm pretty sure, because it always does something crazy when people least expect it, like yesterday, right? Everybody was expecting a move to the downside. I'm going to talk about that quickly, guys. It's really important to wait for confirmation before you take your trades, because I have a couple of friends who front run this move yesterday, right? When it looked like we were going to go to the downside, they took their shot, and what happened? They got trapped, right? This was a trap. You could look at this as a trap because we came and closed the candle inside the range. Remember, we were looking at the 200 EMA and the 200 MA as well as the bottom of the cloud, and it all got held at, even though this looked so bad, like we went down to 7,450, it looked like we're going to finally touch the 7,200 level, get the CME gap fill that everybody is waiting for, and it didn't happen. And by the way, if we do break this triangle to the upside, we are also going to break major EMAs to the upside. We're going to be breaking the 4-hour EMA as well as the green 55. I don't think we're going to hold that. I think we're going to get rejected. We're going to come and close the candle. We're going to wick to this red region, right, or this green region here, this zone here, and close the candle underneath the green 55. That's just some crystal ball stuff. Let's see how it actually pans out. It looks like Bitcoin is showing some strength right here, but again, you got to wait for confirmation. Until that happens, right, you don't know if it's going to break to the upside or not. We could get rejected here and then again go try to the downside. Either way, we don't care. We're not in this trade. We're going to wait for confirmation. Okay, anything else I did want to talk about? No, that's pretty much it. Yeah, so that's Bitcoin for us. Let's go ahead and talk about Ethereum right now. Ethereum has been pretty goddamn interesting as well. We clear out all our indicators over here and turn on Ethereum. Should we look at Coinbase or Bitstamp? Let's look at Coinbase. Here we have Ethereum on Coinbase, and what were we looking for Ethereum to do? Close this candle over 244, and it did it. And even yesterday at the end of the day, it came and closed above it. It's looking good. And I talked about how I would consider adding to my position if it did that, right? And this bullwhip had me convinced, not entirely, but had me convinced. So I did add a little bit to my position over here. If we close underneath, I want us to close the 2-day above 250 to be completely convinced, preferably above this wick here, 252, and I'll be really convinced, and I may add even a little bit more. But for now, if we close the daily underneath this level 244, I'll de-risk what I added today. I'm fine taking a small loss. Remember, guys, we are looking for big wins, and when we get them, it's all worth it. Remember, we've been in this Ethereum trade since 134, 138ish, right? Added on the way accordingly. Look at where we are right now. Like, we're fine with this. We go for the meat of the move, and we go for the meat of the big moves, and we take the small losses and we get out quickly. So that's the theme for us. Remember, we've been watching this on the 2-day as well as weekly. On the 2-day, what has been plaguing us? It's been the 200 MA on the 2-day, and look at it come down so aggressively right now. It's actually now underneath the zone that we've been looking at on the daily. These two horizontal resistance points over here, 270 and 264. The 200 MA is now sitting at 260. So if we crack this, if we close a 2-day above this, I think we're going to see fireworks. But it's too early to say. How many days now have we been resisted against this line? We've been held back against the zone over here. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 2-day candles. That's 22 days. That's more than 3 weeks now, right? Is Ethereum going to come and test this zone over here, the 10K? It could very well do that. So we got to be prepared for both scenarios. If we break above here, though, I will be adding to my position. You can count on that because I'll be expecting to move all the way to around 374. But we'll cross that bridge when we get there. So that's the theme for us quickly today. Anything else do we want to talk about on a theme? Oh yeah, we can look at the weekly, right? What have you been looking at on the weekly? This green 55, and look at that. We are closing the week now. It's Friday and we're sitting right on that again. If we close the week underneath this, that's when we'll be getting interested in getting out of a significant portion of our position, because I don't want Ethereum closing the weekly underneath this. But hey, let's see how this unfolds. We have a couple of days, 2 or 3 days, depending on your time zone. These EMAs are coming up too aggressively, so there's a lot of support underneath for Ethereum. At the same time, I don't want us breaking underneath the screen 55. It could happen though. It could happen, and we'll reposition accordingly. Okay, so that's Ethereum. We talked about weekly, we talked about the 3-day and the 2-day as well as the daily. Now let's go ahead and Matic, right? Matic. This one's for you, Todd. Let's go ahead, look at the daily. Now we're looking at Matic on the hourly. So Matic BTC. So yeah, this is Matic on the 1 hour chart, and it's funny that you mentioned it, Todd, because this was the trade I was talking about that I was actually in that I didn't want to mention on the YouTube video. Basically, I got into this trade at around 200 and when was it, 230? This around this zone here when we broke past this area here. Let's go ahead and mark that out for you guys. I was I don't quite remember, but I had that marked, I remember, and I had something of this marked, right? And then when we got the break up and got this retest, that was my opportunity. That's when I added to my position, or I entered the position over here and we moved upward and above almost immediately, fortunately. And then again, I was looking at this zone here at around 280 and 288ish. When we broke this area here, I added my position around here. Now I'm waiting to see how well this performs moving forward. We just got the retest of that area. Will we get another retest? Who knows? We may. Let's go ahead and turn on our 4 hour chart and see what's going on. As you can see, that area is being resisted on the 4 hour too. This zone here, this line here was an area of resistance on 4 hour over here like a few candles ago. Now we broke that to the upside, and now this zone is being respected. Could we come and test this zone? We actually might just do something like that. Let's go and look at the 1 hour too, because this has been trending on the 1 hour time frame. And you could look at the EMAs and got the test of the green 55. We did break the 21 over here, right? Then came bounce of the 55 and broke right past it and tested it a couple of times. So you could get those buys if you want to be aggressive, but I wouldn't. Are we doing something like this, by the way? Let's try. Let's see. Are we putting in some sort of channel? Could be doing that, eh? Could be doing something like that. Forgive me. I'm drawing crap. I don't know. Sometimes you just draw crap until you find something. Okay, this could be something actually. Let's go ahead and see if this fits our 4 hour, because that would have me convinced. And yeah, this works, right? Just adjust a little bit. This works. So we seem to be respecting this upper channel here, or whatever. You could draw it some other way, right? And wouldn't, like, if you're breaking the channel to the upside would mean good things. I would actually be looking for a move all the way to go to horizontal again. There, possibly here too. Okay, those are zones that I'd be looking at. Breaking this to the downside, though, breaking the channel to the downside would probably I wouldn't want us to break this zone here. You see these two, 288 and 280. I wouldn't want us to be breaking that there. That would be also a buy zone for anybody who is interested in Matic. Let's see if we do get a measured move. Then I don't want to do that. So Matic, let's go ahead and look at the EMAs to see if there's any confluence over there. Yeah, this would be a buy spot over here. The green 55, 281. I mean, so the yellow 21, 281 sats. That's where, if you'd be looking to enter, I'd be looking at that. But I think that's going to come up like that, and then this would end up being your zone. I wouldn't want that to happen too, because it would be breaking this channel. But hey, these channels I wouldn't put too much credence on this channel. I'll put more emphasis on this 21 EMA on the 4 hour chart. That being said, I wouldn't want it to break to the downside over here. You could be looking at this as another buy zone, right? But there are better trades to be had after that. I'd look for bounce and then I'd buy again to the upside of this zone over here if that happens. So yeah, Matic, looking for this to move onward and upward. This area here would be a buy zone. Go ahead and delete this, right? If we do dip here, if you get a wick here and then close into the channel again, that would be extremely bullish. If you buy that wick and we close here, that'd be a really, really good trade, and I'd stay in the trade until Matic develops. But you gotta be watching this, right? Because these things can dump very, very quickly. So yeah, Todd, I'm not sure if you're in this trade or not, but if you are, be careful. But we have like if this moves forward, right? This moves up. This could move all the way up to 273 without facing too much resistance. Just keep that in mind, right? Okay, so anything else? Yeah, RVN. I want to talk about RVN. I just want to talk about because I don't have. Be fully transparent, I'm no longer in this trade. Remember what we talked about? It's looking pretty good now, actually. It's looking good now, but I'm not in the trade anymore. I just stuck to my rules. Remember what we talked about? I said that let's go ahead and remove all that mess. This cloud is angling downwards, and usually we are typically going to come and test the bottom of the cloud as soon as we start ticking underneath these this horizontal here, right? Let's go ahead and mark that. As soon as we ticked on, see this green line here, right? As soon as we ticked underneath, I got out, right? And what do you know? We did come and test the bottom of the cloud. We did bounce, and that's bullish, right? We could start moving onward and upward again from here. So when that happens, you just re-enter if you're interested in the trade. For me right now, I'm not sure I'm interested right now because there are other opportunities, and there's always an opportunity cost of entering every goddamn trade. You guys got to think of that. But this does look good, right? When you look at the 4 hour, and this doesn't look too bad anymore. Not gonna lie, this doesn't look too bad anymore. But I'm not in the trade. I'm not in the trade. Full transparency. I don't want to take credit for the trade if it does bounce up over here and be like, hey guys, I told you guys. No, I'm not in the trade, so I'm gonna miss this one. Just like how I got out of XRP and it bounced in my face, right? So that happens, and I want to be honest with you guys. When that happens, look at XRP has taken even more of a move now. Damn, has it? It's being sold into? Yeah, the green 50. Yeah, this green 55 is playing resistance this zone over here. So I think it just wants to go up though. I think it's going to take some time. This could be another. You may get another chance to enter. Okay, that's XRP. But yeah, that's it for today. Talk about BTC, talk about ETH, talk about Matic, and even RVN, and briefly about XRP. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Quick recap on BTC. We are looking for BTC to either break 8,100 to the upside or around let's go ahead and that's actually interesting, eh? So the break of this triangle to the upside actually confluences with the 10 SMA, the retest of the 10 SMA. I'm pretty sure it's going to match up with the 10K on the, yeah, that's perfect. Yeah, so I'm going to be expecting this to be sold into on first pass. But if we break this zone here to the upside, that's going to be very, very bullish to me. Look at this M formation here, guys. This was a double top, right? M is for murder, and we get the move to the downside, right? The follow through to the downside, and we may have met the measure move actually on that. Now breaking back into this zone over here would be extremely bullish. If we close a daily over here, right, around 8,250-ish, I'd start getting really, really interested. If we close a 2-day, I think I'm definitely going to be getting back into the trade. So that's Bitcoin, man. That's Bitcoin. Look at that. It's actually looking like this is where it gets interesting, right? Because I talked about this. I don't want to go rehash it again because I talked about it in almost every video now. Let's go ahead and do it anyways for you guys. I'm going to clear out all of this mess, clear out the lines. What did we talk about? What did we talk about with Bitcoin? We talked about this area here, the 5,000 area, right? Where we printed an ascending triangle, right? Broke to the upside, did not get a measure move. We are looking at around 6,100-ish. We did not get that. Instead, we came and retested the bottom of the triangle, tapped into all that liquidity, got your indecision candle, and moved on and upward, met the measure move, and kept going after that. Are we going to be doing that again? Because we got the ascending triangle, broke to the upside, did not get a measure move to 9,600. Instead, we break back down into the triangle. Indecision, move on and upward. If that happens, I'm going to be face palming and be like, damn, these things are so obvious. But hey, I followed my rules, and I'm going to be happy with that, and I'm going to get back in. If it breaks, like you guys know my criteria for getting back in. If Bitcoin starts showing me signs of, hey, it's actually stronger than people think, I'm going to be getting back in. And right now, it does look like it's following the same path, right? But I don't want don't want to front run anything. Remember, don't want to front run anything. A lot of people got trapped over here when they front run this move to the downside. And yesterday, what happened? This came, tapped into all that liquidity, found support, and bounced right back. In fact, we were printing a symmetrical triangle here yesterday. We broke to the downside and we did not get the measured move. It was a failed breakout. The triangle actually, we came and closed back into the triangle. We came and closed back in a triangle, and then this morphed into a descending triangle instead. Are we going to have another failed breakout, tap into some more liquid, and break to the upside? That'd be actually hilarious, but let's see. This is a no trade zone for us. We're going to wait to see how this pans out. If Bitcoin breaks back up to the upside to 8,200-ish, 8,300-ish, we'll be getting back in, and we'll be getting back in with vindication, because remember the moves that we are looking for. We still have our spot Bitcoin. We have not moved into fiat. We are looking for crazy moves. Looking at the monthly, guys. Quick recap on the monthly. Remember when we got in on this, we got in on the monthly. Well, we got in a lot earlier than that, but we added to a position when we broke the green 55 around 3,800-ish, right? When we had that confirmation over here, we were looking for these big moves. If you guys have been following us ever since then, you know what I'm talking about. We got those big moves, right? We're looking at 9,000, 13,000, and 16-ish thousand, right? So let's see. We made it all the way up here. Now, it happened a lot faster than we thought. Now let's see what Bitcoin does moving forward. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Throw it a like, throw a subscribe. I'll see you guys in tomorrow's video. And hey, trade easy, trade stress-free, keep it simple, do it the mango way. Ciao.